There are no changes to Tiverton's political landscape on Devon County Council this evening, following the announcement of the election results earlier on today. Liberal Democrat councillor Cllr Hannon held Tiverton East with 1,093 votes, while an emotional Cllr Colthorpe held Tiverton West for the Conservatives with 1,032 votes.
And I do hereby declare that Cllr Hannon is duly elected.
Fantastic. Happy days. I think a sense of relief is probably the first thing that comes to mind, and a bit of euphoria, but also responsibility, because that many people have put their trust in me. Possibly the whole country hasn't felt the same way about the various parties, and it feels like a vote of confidence, and I really appreciate that. And I just say thank you to the people of Tiverton and up Lomond and out in Halberton. Just thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Why do you think the electorate decided to stick with Cllr Hannon?
Well, hopefully because I've worked really, really hard. I've done a huge amount of stuff in this area, and I think most people who pay attention to what's happening around them will know of something that I've done that's within 100 yards of their house.
How was the election battle for you throughout the past few weeks?
I really enjoyed it. Hugely enjoyable. The weather was quite decent. People were really friendly on the doorsteps. All this stuff about people hate Lib Dems now and are going to accuse you of all sorts of things did not materialise. I had a great reception. I was interested how many moderate Conservatives, I would say, in terms of general elections, how many of those people seemed happy to vote for me.
And what can we expect now in the next 4 years?
Well, that kind of depends what happens in a county hall setting out of the 62 seats in Devon. So, first of all, let's see who's running the county council. But also, in the next 4 years, you can expect the canal to be fixed, you can expect your roads to get looked at, and you can generally expect me to come when I'm called.
I am very, very relieved and very grateful to all the people who helped in Tiverton West, because, as you will be aware, it's a very, very large division. A lot of it is very rural, so having help is essential. And I have been very lucky in having help from a lot of people.
What would you say to all those people who voted for you?
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. I hope I will be able to serve you. And please, if there is anything you think I can do, please get in touch.
How are the emotions this morning and throughout the election campaign?
Well, when you're actually on the doorstep, you're just enjoying it. The campaign is always, for me, the bit I enjoy most. I love meeting people. We have been very lucky this time. The weather has been lovely. People have had the time to stop and chat to you because they're out in their gardens or just sitting enjoying their view or having a cup of tea and a rest. So it has been a lovely campaign, and that is the bit that I like, is being able to meet all these people. The last bit is always very, very nerve-wracking. The validation last night, the count today, until the returning officer announced it, I really was not sure which way it was going to go. So I was very, very pleased to hear the actual result.
What can we expect through the next 4 years? What do you think we can expect?
Well, it is obvious from the results here that the country is in the mood for change. So there's certainly nationally that there will need to be a bit of a rethink, I think. And that is bound to affect us at County Hall and what we do. Having said which, a lot of what we do is in response to what our residents and constituents ask us to do, which is why I'm always glad to have had the opportunity to speak to them and hear what it is they've got to say, what they're happy with, what they're less happy with, and what they think we ought to be doing.
Overall, 13 people contested for the 2 seats, with the results being shown on screen now. The Sports Hall was the base where votes from all 6 wards across Mid-Devon were being counted and announced from 10 o'clock this morning. Election officials are, however, disappointed with the turnout in Tiverton, with only 28.6 in Tiverton East and 29.5 in Tiverton West. Overall, the turnout for the whole of Devon was at 32.9%, down from 43.9% in 2009. Lewis Clark for Lewis News at Tiverton High School Sports Hall.